Hi, my name is Vita. This is Hippie Crow Hub, where creativity meets sustainability. Welcome to my channel. If you viewed my latest couple of videos, you already know that I'm on a mission to complete all the projects that I've been planning to do for a little while and use up all the scraps and leftovers and random fabric stash pile that I have collected through time. And every time I go to the thrift, I decide to buy something, and it is time to really clear it all out so that I can move on to some different types of projects, some other things that I plan to do that don't involve only using scraps and leftovers. So here today, we'll focus on repurposing doilies, shawls, some denim scraps, and few scraps of leftover fabrics. So I have a couple of plans, and as you know, when you sew one-of-a-kind things and you make it up as you go, once in a while things don't work out exactly how you plan, but then you decide to use that plan and turn it into something else, and it still becomes useful and usable. So here it is. The first project that I decided to do, I decided to make kind of like a wraparound mini skirt out of denim scraps and doilies. And it was supposed to be something that you put on top of trousers or a skirt or something, or maybe even just a bikini as a cover-up. It wasn't supposed to be something that fully covers, because the denim scraps on top supposed to function more like a belt. And then underneath, all the doilies would come out and hang in a flowy, pretty way. So that was kind of an idea and a plan. I'm trying to describe it because I don't actually have a reference picture of such thing. I usually make up my own ideas, maybe inspired by some other ideas, but I don't copy exact items that I might have seen somewhere else, if that makes sense. So, of course, to make the project kind of tidy and neat, I like to overlock all the fabric and then just single fold the edges. That way the project is slightly tidier and neater. And with these denim scraps, I kind of thought that if I stuck it in the right way, it will create the right shape to fall on the hips. But in the very end, I realized that it didn't have the best possible shape and flexibility and structure for it to hang in the way that I hoped and expected. But never mind. In the end, I think that skirt turned out to be a better top. And this is how we roll. This is how creativity meets sustainability, and we figure things out as we go. I'm sharing this entire uncut process of cutting and pinning and trimming and assembling because I already filmed it. Some people like viewing it, some people don't. I did put it fast forward because in this video I'm not teaching absolute every detail of how this is done. This is just an idea of how you could use your doilies. You could attach these doilies on an existing skirt. I think it would look gorgeous if you cover the bottom with these doilies. You can add it to your denim jacket. You could add it directly onto your denim skirt. There are so many ways you could use the doilies on your clothes. I think they are adorable, and when you thrift them, they are super inexpensive. And there are so many different ways you can repurpose them. So this was my project because I haven't done this exact thing before. I have attempted to make something different before, and it was a success. I attached the doilies onto existing kind of a skeleton structure of the jeans. I'll tag a video onto this video if you want to take a look at this. That video was made quite a while ago. I think that other project turned out to be better than this one, but never mind. I'm sure next time I'll do this, I will have few notes for myself that I will make few different decisions as I go. Well, part of it is that the fabric I used for a belt line is quite thick, so that could have been an issue. Also, the denim part, I could have fitted it a little bit better by taking it in on a couple of areas so that it rounds the hip slightly better. But again, I have quite curvy hips, so it might just be that it doesn't sit well on my hips. Maybe someone else will fit it much better. Or this really could just be used as a fun top. I'll show you in the end how it looks. This skirt, nothing fantastic, nothing fabulous. It's a simple, plain skirt. It was not the most amazing quality, so I thought I will upcycle it. I already cut out these kind of like little splits as a reference, but I'm going to round them a little bit more, just like that, so that I can add all the shawls that are in a long shape, each in each split. And all these shawls are kind of completely odd, and in a way they kind of neither match but neither clash, or clash in a fun way, at least I find, because it has some browns and blacks, and then the pink and the green kind of has like the perfect contrast. And there are some other shawls that I have, but I decided not to use them in this project because I thought it was just going to be way too much. But I'm going to keep them for something else. I already have some ideas. So this is how I roll, you know. I end up creating a whole pile of things that I don't really want to use. I don't plan selling it, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I turn it into my sewing project. And here we are. We just pinned all these shawls. I actually pinned and sewed one at a time so that I don't get too tangled up and accidentally like make a terrible mess. So I pinned each, I sewn each of them, and I only clip them, and then I rouge it as I sew it, and I go over with overlock so that way the fabric is secured and protected from fraying at the same time. Just like that. And here I'm, of course, holding the camera with my right hand and sewing with my left, which probably I should have done an opposite way, but you know, crows sometimes have their own ways of doing things. It worked out in the end. This is just me adding a different angle of a video for you to see. And don't worry, my fingers are safe. I'm used to it. I only go all the way up to the front and then I let go. So here it is, this cluster. It's kind of like crazy and fun. So I attached these on the underskirt, but the top part, I draped it over and I cut out with zigzag scissors. So it kind of still has these shapes to kind of drape over, and the ruffles come up from underneath. And this shawl, I am simply going to turn into a fabulous top that could be used as a decoration or a beach cover-up. I think it would look cute over jeans and t-shirt, just as like a fun layer, because the fabric is very fun. It has these beautiful pictures. This cardigan, I simply added extra crochet on the edges to just make it a little more fun. Here is that skirt. I'm sharing both ways. It's kind of like yay and nay for me, but as a top, I figured it looks a lot more fun. So I don't think this is the greatest success, but you know what? I tried. I think this top turned out to be really cute. I think it has a charm. I think it was a very fun, easy project. And the skirt, I think, is super fun. And as you can see, I have something fun to introduce to you, this t-shirt that this mannequin is wearing. Let me tell you.
Hey guys, I'm really excited to introduce to you something that I've been thinking about and planning for a long time, but finally I got it done and I figured, you know what, I'll throw it out here. I'm not gonna do like this massive plan of a reveal. So here it is. It's my t-shirts. Hippie Crow Hub t-shirts where creativity meets sustainability by Vita K. And it says, eagles are cool, crows are smarter. So what is this about? This is about endless situations in life where sometimes somebody who is in a higher power than you likes to power trip and demonstrate and abuse their authorities and somehow try to suppress you. Now, crows are often underestimated. They're kind of underdogs, but trying to do their own thing in their own ways. And crows are extremely smart birds. Birds who will not just use tools, but also invent their own. And this is a simple crow fact, might be relatable to some, maybe not, but I've experienced this over and over in life. I've got t-shirts. So this was supposed to be a test that goes onto my website. And I've only printed 16 t-shirts, 4 of each size, of each sizes. But I figured I'm gonna come up here on Instagram first in case anyone who knows me in person would like to get the first dibs on it. And if you are interested, DM me, message me you're interested. I'm gonna let you know the sweet deal price right now, because if I add it onto website, there will be all the other fees added, like the shipping and all the stuff. So if you want to grab one from me directly, get in touch with me before I add all of them onto the website. If this idea goes well, I'm going to be printing more different crow facts and different little prints and different variations of this. So yeah, and this is a cotton t-shirt. It is a new t-shirt. Once in a while we need a clean t-shirt, right? And I love that it's white. I am a huge fan of classic t-shirts. This is large on me. I also have small, medium, large, and extra large. I love large on myself because I love my classic t-shirt to be loose and flowy and not too tight. That's how I like mine. If you like yours tight and snug, that is okay. So yeah, you get the point, you get the idea. Get in touch with me and let me know.
And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate every single one of you. Do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. It means a lot to me. It really helps me to get ideas and move my content forward. I'm really trying to do the best I can with everything I have. So let's stay creative, and I'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m.